Hey guys, so today is a video that was kind of requested but in sections, like everyone requested their own thing and I just thought all of these things are kind of the same thing so I can put them in one video and it might be a long video. First of all, I want to get this out of the way because I get way too many questions for me to answer to each and every one of them, but then I feel bad when I don't answer each and every one of them. I am from London. I am 18 years old. This lipstick right here, I wear in 99% of my videos. It's the MAC Velvet Teddy. It's almost finished and I'm not going to rebuy it because I just went cruelty free and I'm trying to use up my non-cruelty free stuff and MAC isn't cruelty free. So I'm not going to be repurchasing it, but if you don't mind it, then this is MAC Velvet Teddy. Here's my bullet journal because I didn't show it in my last video. That does not mean I didn't use it. It's here. Sometimes I just forget to show it to you guys. My deepest, most sincere apologies. I think I've covered all the bases before we get into the video, so let's get into the video now. I am also getting ill and I have a very sore throat. I tried to gargle some salt water and it was disgusting. I felt like I was drowning in an ocean. But we're gonna get into it. So a lot of people are like, talk about, you know, Tyler Oakley and iiSuperwoman, and that whole American genre that are just really irrelevant right now. And I thought I'll just compile it into one video instead of making a video per person. But this is actually, not sure what part, but it's a part of my Road to Irrelevancy series that you guys wanted to make into a series. So here it is, it's a series. Wow, we have a series. Who would have thought? This is great. Well done to us. So this is actually part whatever of Road to Irrelevancy. These will all have pretty much the same format with the social blade, looking at the channel, and then my opinion on every person. That's basically how Road to Irrelevancy will work from now on. It is basically just a breakdown of statistics and then my opinion, and that's it. That's Road to Irrelevancy. It's a pretty simple concept. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with the person that was really requested for someone who's not getting the views, but I think I get why, because people want to know why the person's not getting views anymore. That's another thing when people in the comment section are like, well, if they're so irrelevant, why are you making a video on them and why are people watching it? It's literally because people are wondering why these people are losing traction. They're not relevant, like people don't go and watch their videos, but people want to know why they are not as popular as they were back in the day. So that's just to answer your question before you write a dumb comment that I'm gonna have to reply to because I like replying to comments. So we're gonna start with Tyler Oakley because that was one of the most requested people for me to talk about. Tyler Oakley is an American YouTuber who is under the channel type of entertainment. Tyler Oakley has gathered 7.7 million subscribers. That is incredible. First of all, Tyler Oakley used to be friends with the British crew, so a lot of the time he would be put in the same bag as the British crew, so he'd kind of be in the British crew when it came to like interviews and events and VidCon and stuff. He was always chilling with them, hanging out with them, and then all of a sudden that kind of fizzled out. Now, in my honest opinion, they kind of got rid of him because Zoella was like, well, if you're not getting a certain amount of views per video, then we don't want you here, because we know how quickly she sorts through all her friends, and she sorted through him just as fast, because I haven't seen them two together in a while. But I've also haven't seen good views on his channel in a while. Correlation? I think so. In the last 30 days, Tyler Oakley has lost almost 30,000 subscribers. He's losing anywhere between 500 and 2,000 subscribers a day. Which puts it at a daily average of almost 1,000 subscribers. For views, he's getting anywhere between 20,000 and 80,000 views a day, which is kind of like a small to medium channel. I mean, we could say it's like a medium channel, but if you've got 7.7 million subscribers, these should not be your views. These should not be your statistics. This is not a good representation of a channel with 7.7 million subscribers. Someone like that should be getting anywhere between anything above like 700,000 views per video, because usually it's about 10% of your sub count, which doesn't reflect on my channel, which I'm very grateful for. But usually with a lot bigger channels, if you've got, for example, 1 million subs, you'll usually get about 100,000 views per video. If you've got 5 million subs, you'll usually get about 500,000 views per video. With these people, that is not the case. Not a lot, but he's still getting views. I always look at the first row of videos, like the most recent row of videos, which is usually 5. So the last 5 videos, the most views he got was 150,000, which, as I said, not enough for the channel that he is. And the least amount of views that he got was 41,000 in the last 3 weeks. That means, if we're going by the 10% rule, he should be on about 400,000 subs to be justifying 40,000 views. But he's not. He's on 7.7 million. And clearly my voice, I can tell it sounds ill, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to push through this. And then if we look further down, the most viewed video is on 240,000 views. Also not enough, but better than the rest. And the only reason is because it's about TanaCon. So yeah, we can just tell what's going on here. Now, my opinion on this is he was always very friendly with the British crew instead of being more friendly with the American crew. So I feel like once the British crew fizzled out, he had kind of no one to do collabs with and no one to leech onto. But obviously he does have American friends, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying his main kind of thing was like Zoella and Alfie and the whole... My eye is so itchy right now. Oh god. Okay. Alfie and Zoella and the whole lot of them, but once that fizzled away, it was kind of like, oh, let's grab at anything we can find. Because if you go into his most popular videos, I know that he does have some American friends such as Miranda Sings and Troye Sivan, but his main thing were the English YouTubers. He was like very into that. But his most viewed video right now is one of Miranda Sings. Fine, she's also an American YouTuber who also has kind of a dying channel right now. Like, I do not hear much about her, but I don't think I have time to talk about her today, so gonna move on. So that's fine. With Miranda Sings, it's on 13 million views. And the next one is with Troye Sivan. The next one is Tyler Oakley reacts to teens react to Tyler Oakley. Then one with Dan Howell. As I said, he really liked that British crew vibe. Then Jack's Gap, also another British crew vibe. Then Zoella, British crew. Draw My Life, that was very popular back in the day. One with Jenna Marbles, of course it was gonna get the views. Grace Helbig, who is also a dying channel, but I do not have time to talk about her today, so we're gonna add that onto our list. And then Connor Franta, also a dying channel. Troye Sivan again. Marcus Butler. As you can see, most, if not all of his most popular videos are with other people who are big names, or at least were big names at one point in time. This just goes to show like he is somewhat of a leech, because he can't put out a video that's gonna get millions of views without the help of another big name. That's the thing that draws the attention. I think that's where most of his subs came from. I think that's usually the problem with leeches, is that they get subs really easily because someone will see Zoella in the video and they're like, oh, let me just sub in case he makes another video with Zoella, but then they won't watch another video unless it's with Zoella, if that makes sense. So yes, he's got 7.7 million subscribers, but sections of those subscribers are only subscribed to see him make another video with their favorite YouTuber, and when that doesn't happen, they don't watch the video because they're not here for Tyler Oakley. They're here for Tyler Oakley to make a collab with their favorite YouTuber who they subscribed for originally. So you've got kind of empty subscribers. Like, you've got a lot of subscribers, but if you're not getting the views, then the subscribers don't really matter because there's no correlation there. And I think that's the main problem with the British crew and the dying American side. So I think that is the main problem with Tyler Oakley. He relied too much on collabs. But like, if you do a collab here and there, it's all good, all well. Like, no tea, no shade, just facts. Like, it's all cool. But if every single one of your videos is a collab while you're growing your channel, then your channel is grown on other people's fame and not because you're good. That is my opinion. That is the tea, sis. Wigs are being currently snatched. Not really. They're still in place. So another group of people that then turn into individuals who then went irrelevant is O2L. Now, if you don't know who O2L are, it was a collective of boys, kind of like the Janoskians, but they just didn't do as much of risky stuff. And they each had a day on which they would post. And then sometimes they would post videos together, and then they all had their individual channels as well. Now, a person that came out of O2L is Connor Franta. Connor Franta did fine for a while. He did a lot of collabs with people like this, like Tyler Oakley and Miranda Sings and the whole rest of them. And then his views started to fizzle out as well. I haven't heard much about Connor Franta, but we'll see how he's doing on our favourite website, Social Blade. I feel like the more videos I make, the faster I speak, because I'm literally just trying to make these videos under 20 minutes, but it's impossible with everything that I want to say. Connor Franta is currently on 5.5 million subscribers, which is also amazing. Yay, wow. I like to always put the accomplishments in there as well. But he has, in the last 30 days, lost 12,000 subscribers. Daily, he's losing anywhere between 3 to 600 or even 700 subscribers, which as a daily average is 400 subscribers a day. And he's getting view-wise a day anywhere between 8 and 13,000 views, which as a daily average is 15.5 thousand, which is basically a small channel. For 5.5 million subscribers, that is horrible. Franta hasn't posted for the last month, and he seems to be kind of inconsistent with, like, I don't see a pattern of posting. Like with me, it's a Wednesday, Sunday kind of a thing, so there's always going to be 2 a week, which means there's going to be 8 a month. I know, crazy, right? With him, he posted a video a month ago and a month ago and a month ago. That's 3 in a month. And then 2 months ago and then 3 months ago, which means there was only 1 2 months ago. And then 3 so only 2, and then 4 that's only 2 again, and then 5 that's only 2. So he's not really posting a lot. His views aren't terrible. His views are actually better than Tyler Oakley's, but because he doesn't post as often, as I said in, can't remember who it was, must have been Dan and Phil. Yeah, Dan and Phil. So if you only post 1 video a month and it gets 100,000 views, your daily Social Blade views aren't gonna be great because you've only posted 1 video that month. I don't know, it made sense in my head. So he gets anywhere between like 100, actually one of his videos is on 1 million views. That was 2 months ago because he walked in on his house being robbed. But then all the other videos, that's kind of an exception because it's a clickbait title. He gets anywhere between like 100 and 200,000 views, or like 300,000 views, unless there's an exception which just bangs. So like that 1 million view video, or the proof we're living in a simulation, 700,000, those are like the bigger videos. But other than that, he gets anywhere between like 100 and 300,000 views, which is okay. But for a 5.5 million channel, as I said, the 10% rule, he should be getting anywhere over 500,000 views per video, but he isn't. So his most popular video is of Marcus Butler, then a coming out video. Those are always really popular. I'm not saying you shouldn't make those kind of videos or that people make them for the views, but those always tend to have more views. Then there's the signs, a guy doesn't like you, so I googled myself, guess the body part. All of those videos are over 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago is the most recent like big video. Can you not? Like 3 to 7 years ago is kind of his most popular videos. Other than that, we ain't getting anywhere with his new videos. In my opinion, he was known as, you know, the teen boy. Every girl liked him, every guy liked him. It was kind of that thing. And then he grew up and his videos didn't grow up, but his audience did. And I think it's the same problem with every channel I talk about. It is just evolving. Some of you wanted me to make a video about channels that I do like, and that is a video that I'm gonna put out. It's gonna be a real positive video because there are so many channels, well, there's a few channels that have just evolved as people and as channels and content creators, and they just know how to grow with their audience, and their audience just sticks around, but then they also get a new audience, so they're constantly growing. Whereas these people are just constantly dying out because they don't want to grow up, because they kind of think, oh well, if I stay the same 15-year-old self, people will still watch my videos. But like, you're losing the audience that's growing up because they're obviously too old to watch a grown man pretend to be a child. But then you're not grasping the new audience because the new audience doesn't want videos that were popular 10 years ago. And I think these people just don't understand that. Like, it's not that difficult to understand. It's really not. It's really not. Franta and Tyler Oakley is the same problem, constantly just not evolving and sticking to what worked 10 years ago when YouTube was new, fresh, and people didn't have that many alternatives. Now people have so many more alternatives, that this kind of perfect lifestyle where I'm just this perfect vlogger in front of the camera and I never say anything bad, it just doesn't work anymore. It's not what people want. People want honesty, and people want someone who's real and genuine, and not this. Hence why people that I never thought I'd see dying out, like Zoella, are dying out because they're so cookie cutter perfect. Like, they're just so cute, so like so perfect. Their lives are just amazing. They never do anything wrong, and when they do, they don't admit to it because they never do anything wrong. And I think people are getting kind of sick of that, and these are all perfect examples of people just being sick of that. And I'm sick of it too, and I'm literally physically sick. Like, I'm actually sick. I think I'm only gonna do 3 people in this video. I have a lot more names on this list, and if you want to see more American channels as well, I mean, you can give me the British ones as well, but I'm just making these lists. I'm gonna separate them into American and English, Road to Irrelevancy, and if you have any more suggestions, then hit me up. I'll do anywhere between like 2 and 3 a video, unless someone requires a whole video for themselves, then fine, but usually I'll do anywhere between like 2 to 3 people a video. So just keep on suggesting, because that's what we like around here. The last person that people wanted me to talk about is iiSuperwomanii. Superwoman is actually someone whose content I used to watch, and then I think I just grew out of it. I think that is literally just the trend with me. I'm not like, it's nothing crazy a lot of the time. I don't hate these people, people, I just don't like the content anymore. No bad blood, I just don't like the content because I am an 18-year-old girl who does not want to watch you tell me 5 signs that a guy doesn't like or types of fan account. I literally just read that off the screen right now. Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's no bad blood. I just don't care about the content anymore. I don't want to waste 8 minutes of my life on something like this when I can not watch that stuff and get more time to watch good content. But iiSuperwoman is currently on 14.3 million subscribers. She is a huge channel and she was very popular at one point in time. So Superwoman is actually doing fine. Like, she's doing just fine. But she has gained 180,000 subscribers in the last 30 days, which is an increase of 3% from the last 30 days. And she also got 63.6 million views in the last 30 days, which is an increase of 28.5%. So she's doing just fine. She gets anywhere between kind of 500 to 5,000 subscribers a day, but I'm not sure why on the 19th of September she lost 1.3k subs. Don't know what happened. Tell me, girl, like, what went down? And she gets anywhere between kind of 1 mil to 2 million views a day, which as a daily average is 2.1 million views a day. That is amazing. She's fine. She's doing just fine. And actually 14 million, if you're going to go by the 10% rule, 1.4 million, she's doing just fine. She's kind of doing that. Types of fan accounts was posted 3 days ago. It's on 1 million views. Then there was a video a week ago on 800,000. It's not the best for her. There was a video posted 15 hours ago. It's on 400,000. Now I'm sure it'll be fine in like another 15 hours. A week ago, 1.5 million views, and then 1 million, and then 2.4. She's doing just fine. However, to me, she's not funny. Like, I don't find her comedy style funny anymore. I don't know if I ever did, but I think now more than ever I just don't find her funny. I think her comedy style is very childish. It's very basic. It's very much aimed at silly 10-year-olds who won't know the difference. The whole painting your face to be a different guy or putting on a hat and pretending you're a different person, the skits, the poor acting, it all to me kind of screams I'm a child when really she's a grown woman. But then there's some videos where she'll like say stuff that are not for kids or like kids won't understand. Sometimes I'm very confused about who her demographic is or who she's targeting with her videos because they're so childish. But then sometimes she'll do something and it will be so like not for kids that you're like, well then who are you aiming this for? Like, I don't understand. Who is your demographic? What age group are you going for? Are you just going for everyone right now? So yeah, to me this is not a dying channel necessarily, but she has not been spoken about as much lately. She doesn't have as many like outside of YouTube opportunities, and to me her channel is not only just not funny and interesting but also very confusing with who she's targeting her videos at. But I think that is the last person we're gonna do today. There is I'm going to cover all this up. There's a list of names, and if you want to add to this list, then just write names, British or non-British. I don't care where they're from. As long as I can do some research on them, then just give me the names in the description, yeah, because you have access to that in the comment section down below. But let me just do my actual outro. Give us a like if you enjoyed it, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday at around 8 PM or somewhere in between. So turn on my post notifications as well so you know when that in between is. And follow me on Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. They're all in the description down below or on the screen right now. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.